Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's a new day. It's another double header in this league run-in. Today we take on Manchester United, we take on Chelsea. Two massive games. Man United are second in the league. The team for this game looks exactly as you see in front of it. Wadsworth, Dubois, Suarez, Brunic, McMillan, Tulio in front of them, Neto and Enrique in midfield, Kozl on the left, Rog on the right, Perilla is up front. We're going to get into it. Two games again today. Hopefully, I mean, if we can pick up 4 points like we did yesterday, that would be absolutely ideal. It'll probably mean that we don't make the Champions League, but it will definitely mean that Europa League is definitely a possibility, and that will be probably more beneficial to us than the Europa Conference League. But then again, at this point, any kind of European football is a success right now. And we are underway here in the opening game of this episode as Rog looks quickly for Perilla, who's in behind the defence. Hits a shot from distance, and my word, 13 seconds on the clock. Federico Perilla stars you mean to go on in this episode for sure. 1-0, and it was from the kickoff. Perilla laid it back to Tulio. Brunic received it from him into an Enrique. McMillan, quick ball into Rog, quick little passes, and then all of a sudden, ball over the top. Perilla was in behind the defence, took a touch and hit it early beyond the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0. And what a start to this game. And before we get into it, Man City still have a game in hand. They have 70 points as things stand. Mbappe clears that thrown away. Won by Bruni. Hudson Enrique into Tulio. Neto now into Kozl. Back to Hudson Enrique. Back to Tulio. Switches out to Dubois on the left-hand side. Can he pull it back into Kozl? Can he pull it back? He can't. And Musiala for Adai. Looks long over the top. Suarez can deal with it. Neto gets there first. Enrique tackled. Musiala back to Upamecano. Looks out to Adai on this near side. Goes past his man. Under a little bit of pressure. Cuts in field once more. Switches it out to the left-hand side of Mbappe. Good first touch. Back to Trigos. Trigos in field to Warner with a lot of time and space to find his pass. Musiala now. Adai. There's a man outside of him. They use him now as Vanderson. Down to the line. Can he get it back? Pulls it back to Musiala now. Musiala with the ball in. He's gone all the way through. Mbappe shot blocked and cleared away. And we get away with one there. And like I said, Man City have gone to 70 points. Arsenal have 70 points as well. We have 70 points as things stand. It is very, very tight. Man City still have that game in hand. So they are in the driving position for that Champions League spot. Obviously, we're 1-0 up in this game, but things can change at the drop of a hat. We saw that last time we played Man United earlier on in this season. As Adai gets the ball now, will he square it back across? Goes back to Vanderson, who hits the shot, gone through a crowd of players and has found his way in. And I don't know whether Wadsworth's to blame there, because it didn't look like the most accurate or powerful of shots, but it's found its way in. We're going to see from behind the goal here. Vanderson looked into Adai. He got towards the byline, pulled it back for Vanderson, hit it early, hit it first time. And yeah, it just seemed to go between, I'm not sure who that is there. Is that Rashford and Bruni? And he just catches the keeper unawares. We're down to 68 points now with that as things stand as well. Leicester can't catch us. I don't know how they're getting on at the moment. I can't. There they are, the 0-0 against Wolves. So as things stand, we will cement a 6th place finish in this league season. There's 5 minutes to go till half time now. Not a lot has happened since those couple of highlights from Man United. At half time, we're going to go in 1-1 here at Old Trafford. Dubois now with his throw. Goes short to Kozl. Flicked on. Musiala can get away. Enrique takes it down. Bit of space. Can he get the shot away? He can't. Goes towards the ball. Pulls it back and Mariba clears it away. But Bruni can collect it on halfway. Man United seem very, very deep here. Kozl goes back to Suarez. Tulio. They're not pressing as high up as I thought they would be. Kozl now again. Now Tulio. Back to Neto. Gives it to Rog on the right hand side. Is he going to find space for Suarez? He doesn't. Perilla straight at Messier. And that was a really good chance there for us to retake the lead. It was a poor finish from Federico Perilla, all things considered. And it remains 1-1 as we get to the hour mark. Adai with his corner kick puts it in. Headed up and away. Mariba touches down to Musiala into 1-0 with a shot, and they've scored 2 goals from outside the box, down 1-0 with a great strike there from 20 yards. It's 2-1. I thought the pressure had gone there as we cleared it away. They had it on the edge of our box, but we just gave them too much space. As the ball comes away here, Mariba has time to bring it down, lays it into Musiala. He squares it to 1-0, takes a touch, and look at all the space he's got to find his spot in the top corner. 2-1. And that is disappointing that we've thrown away a goal lead here. It was an early time to take the lead, I will say that, but with 20 minutes to play, it's 2-1 here at Old Trafford. Vanderson now trying to get away from his man on the right hand side. Ball through to Adai. Squares it across. Rashford, great block. Pull back, and now Tulio can hook it away for a throw on this near side. We get away with that there. Really well worked from Manchester United. Just couldn't find that final pass. And as we go into the final 10 minutes of this game now, just need to find something. As a corner kick to Manchester United, Adai with his left foot again. This time it's an outswinger. Puts the ball in. 1-0 with header, and it somehow stays out. A little bit of fortune there for us. And 5 minutes to go, another corner kick. Odo on the far side, this time with an in-swinger. Left-footed once again, puts the ball in, all the way across, and it's cleared away, out for a throw on the far side. And Man United just putting on the pressure now, cranking away as we go into the final couple of minutes of the game. We will secure a 6th place finish with this, because Leicester, it looks like, have lost. And it's a 2-1 defeat here, but we've secured European football. We've secured 6th place as well, which I'm not sure without checking if it's the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. We'll just have a look right now. Youthful Aston Villa come on stuck. I don't think we were that youthful anymore. West Ham are 1 point away from, as Man United book a Europa Conference League ticket there. In their 2nd place, we are 6th, and we are not going to finish any lower than 6th as well. We could potentially finish in, I mean, we could still potentially finish 3rd. I doubt that's going to happen, but if you look at the teams above us, 4 points behind Liverpool, 5 behind Arsenal, 5 behind Manchester City. Chelsea are actually 9th. They're actually below Newcastle, so really interesting how these last couple of games are going to go. If we just look at that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the rules. So as things stand, we would go straight into Europa League group stage match, depending on who wins the Europa League. I was going to say UEFA Cup then. So if we look at the Europa League, let's see who is in the final. The holders are West Ham, and the final is going to be between Lazio or Chelsea versus Sevilla or Ajax. As things stand, Sevilla are 2-1 up and Chelsea are 3-0 up. So I think we don't want Chelsea to win that. Even that they're going to make the final, but I think we don't want them to win that. So next game is against Chelsea. Hopefully they'll be concentrating on the Europa League final, and we'll go 7 days into the future, and let's get into the game against Chelsea. Ayala now, trying to get over halfway, does get over halfway, it's forced wide, goes back in field to Perez. Aragon, back to Thomas now, looks like ball over the top. Thomas is someone we were looking at signing in January, I believe it was. Chose Chelsea over us, which you could understand, even though now we're above them. As that ball goes through to Nikita Raj, chips over the goalkeeper. Oh, Ben Godfrey with a sensational goal line clearance. Rog puts that ball in, Godfrey heads it away, Rog will pick it back up. For all the world, he did better than he did against, I think it was the Sheffield United game. Bauman fires it in. It's 1-0, the ball over the top. Fired in on the volley by Philip Bauman. The referee's checking if this is offside or not. Didn't look it initially. Goal is disallowed. It is offside. Let's just check that again. Rog to Tulo. First time chips it. Oh, that is tight. And that is a lovely finish from Philip Bauman. It's still 0-0. Look, we're just going to say we have secured a spot in the Europa Conference League. I'm not sure what has happened, what result it was that got that confirmed, considering we were already going to finish 6th anyway after the last game. It was confirmed in midweek. So we are now in Europe next season. We just need to see what competition is going to be, because, like I said, I think if Chelsea win the Europa League, it will be Conference League for us. But if they don't win it, we should get the Europa League, I think. As Bauman now, if we beat them and possibly move 5th, as Neto into the box, it's a shot on Capello with a good save, diving away to his left-hand side. If we beat them, if we can finish, I mean, can we finish 5th? I think that might just be out of the question, you know. I'm not 100% sure as Rog will put this ball in, headed away by Lennon. Bauman deep to collect it, back to McMillan now. Back into the Chelsea half with Bruni. Back to McMillan on the halfway line. Infield to Tudor. Bruni. Suarez. Couple of quick passes. Has opened up some space on the left hand side. Dubois now coming infield. Into us. And Enrique who's hit the woodwork on the volley. A similar sort of volley to Bauman's earlier on in the game. And this time we hit the woodwork. It's still 0-0. And we have been on top here in this opening 20 minutes. We just need to find a way through the Chelsea defence, and we need to find a way past the woodwork as well. As Hudson Enrique, he's going to get the shot away. He looks for Perillo. Wrong! Has a simple job of tapping in. The referee's going to check this one as well. I think Perillo might have been offside, you know. I'm not 100%. We're going to check it right now. We're showing the replay, which I think means the goal is going to stand. Tulio with the ball in. Hudson Enrique through the eye of a needle for Perillo. The tackle came in and Rog slotted in. Now, if Perillo doesn't touch it, it shouldn't even matter, really, should it? I mean, wait, yeah, it has counted. Sorry, it didn't show up the goal scorer in the bottom left corner, and I thought for a second it was going to be another goal disallowed. As things stand, we are 3 points behind Arsenal, but their goal difference is so good that we aren't going to catch them. Liverpool are a point ahead of us. They have a lesser goal difference, but they have that game in hand. Chelsea have offered nothing yet in this first half. As we look long, Lennon can clear it away. Proto now, who was the architect of adding Moyes at the back end of last season, that and Formasano between them were the reason that I think they put 5 past us, if I remember correctly, as that ball switched out to Perilla through 1-on-1 and Capello with another save. And somehow we are not more than 1 up here as we go into half time. There's one last chance for us here from this corner. As Rog puts it in, Bruni gets up and powers the header over the bar, and at half time it's going to be 1-0. Oh, the long ball, Proto's got him behind, and Proto and Wadsworth is equal to him. And what a save. And like I've said this a couple of times over the last few episodes, Peter Wadsworth this season has been sensational. He won Young Player of the Month for the month of April in the past week, which is a fantastic achievement for the 21-year-old. Like I say, 5-star potential. And if he carries on having the form that he's having, there's going to be some big teams sniffing around him. As the ball goes into Rog here, we don't want to have to sell him though. And hopefully, if we can get European football, we won't have to. Rog, ball in, bam, and gets up, heads it over the bar. I mean, Champions League, and I don't think we definitely, but I don't think we would have to sell him at all. But any kind of European football right now is what we need just to keep the Wolves at bay, really, when it comes to trying to sign some of our players. We had a lot of offers going in January for players. We managed to keep the bulk of the team together. There was a few unhappy players, Ewan McMillan being one of them, but he's knuckled down and done really well in the second half of the season, as did everyone actually. We always seem to have a good second half of the season. The first season we were here, we only had the second half, and we took them from, I think it was 16th at the time to finish, I think 8th, just missing out on Europe on the last day of the season. And then last season we started so poorly, but again, the second half of the season we did fantastic. And this season, all throughout the season, we've done great. And this year, playing Chelsea this year, we do the lap of honour, having beaten them 1-0. Perilla with the assist for Rog in the 25th minute, when Perilla looked like he may have been offside. He wasn't, and I don't think he touched it anyway, although he's given him the assist, so he must have done. After that game, we are on 70 points. We are 1 point behind Liverpool, who have a game in hand. 3 points behind Arsenal, who have played the same amount of games, and 5 behind Man City, who have a game in hand. So we're not going to catch Man City, obviously. West Ham have now won the league. We could catch Arsenal. We're not going to catch Arsenal. So all we're hoping for now is a 5th place finish, hoping Liverpool drop points next time out, and then they drop points on the last day of the season. We don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that is what we're hoping for right now. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'll see you tomorrow for the final game of the season and the end of season review.